Yeah, I'm joining it. So we welcome you live to the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway, for Season 2 of the PTM Xfinity Series. Looks like everybody's going to file in here down the backstretch. Looks like the 60 cars are going to be your race leader leading the field to the green flag here today in Daytona. We have 60 laps to determine the winner of Season 2. First race, and it is at the famous Daytona Speedway. Here comes the field off turn number 4 to the tri-oval, getting ready to go green. Here they come, and green flag is out. We're underway in Daytona. We have a 17-car field down the front stretch as the field leads, roars off into turn number 1. We should see a lot of strange combinations with drivers working together here today. But right now, it looks like only the bottom part of the track is the way to be. Everybody just single file right now. And number 2 car. Got a little 3 wide going into turn number 3, and it looks like Dial in the 20s going high with the 98 on his back bumper. Whoa! Contact in between the turn, between the 5 and the 0. A lot of heavy action on here mid-pack early on. Right now it's about a 4-car breakaway here in the front. 5-car. Possibly 5-car breakaway. Oh, we got a wreck back here. Looks like everybody keeps on going. No caution. Hard contact back there for, it looked like the 15 or the 0. The 3-car all by himself. Sitting in 5th, just following the lead pack. The front 4 as they come through turns 3 and 4. Down the front stretch again, the 76 is looking to the outside. Looking to get a little help from the 3-car, but it's 3 cars on the bottom. They're going to have the preferred line down here. Coming out of the trial, whoa, the 3 and the 76 get together. NASCAR's going to review that, and they make contact, and turning around goes the 3. Oh, looks like we got a wreck, yes. Big one. 3-car spin out here in the turn. And that is going to bring out the first caution of the day. First caution is out here for a wreck here involving the 3-car into turn number 1. We got a car over here in the grass into turn number 3. Heavy damage to the 89 here. Or the 86. I think that was the 86. So some cars getting into. Everybody's going to bunch back up, and hopefully Pit road is open, so we should see some pit stops here. We got some cars, a couple takers here for early pit stops, probably mostly some of the guys that were in that early wreck just now. And it looks like the 88 is your race leader. The 88 of Motorsports. Some old drivers, but new teams this year for the second season. Junior moves to the 88 here in Daytona, making Junior Motorsports look good with the number 88. 76 is sitting in second. Good run for him. Some damage here on the front end.
Still there.
And here comes everybody else out of the pits, so the field's going to start bunching back up. PTM's in the 5. Was in the final 2 last season for the championship. Came up short. The field's starting to bunch back up here, down here in turn 3. It's going to be Motorsports and the number 88, your race leader, leading them to the green.
Still there. Car outside.
They're coming out of turn number 4 down the front stretch.
Careful now. Still there.
The field is under control of the 88 car as they come down the front stretch. Out of turn number 4 to the tri-oval to the Geico restart zone. And the green flag is back out. We're underway again. Like I said, a lot of drivers in different numbers this year. Dials into the 7 car. Motorsport leads the field down the front stretch into turn number 1. Everybody's going to start spreading out and hopefully get in the line and run some laps and try to make a run for the front. But if I was anybody, I'd probably want to stay in the back of the pack right now and just run some laps. And I mean, it's still early in the first stage. You want to take your time and pace yourself, as anything can happen here at Daytona. As the field runs through turns 3 and 4. Got a nice lead bunch here out of cars. Down through the trial where they go. The 88 is your race leader. Looks like we got a couple cars looking to the outside, maybe trying to get an outside line. If they can get a decent amount of cars to that outside lane, they should be able to get that outside line really working. But I don't think they'll have enough people up there to do it. It looks like the 98 looking to the outside. The 20's going to go to the outside, so we got 2 cars up there. Can we get any more drivers up there? The 88 continues to lead as they look to maybe have another car looking in there. No. Those 2 cars are not getting anywhere against these other front 4. That outside lane just dissipated. And there's the 76 looking to the outside. Somebody just hit the commitment cone down here on the front stretch. Everybody's single file line. We got a couple guys looking to the outside. No really solid runs coming from the outside of the outside lane here in Daytona. We're going to ride along with the 00 down the backstretch. He's in the second group of cars. About a solid 4 or 5 cars. If these guys could all work together and just maybe get to that outside lane. Oh, trouble for the 86. He gets into the wall a little bit. Gathers it up and gets behind the field. No caution. PTM's in the number 5. Trying to bring some more good luck to that number 5 team after last season being in the championship hunt and coming up short. Looking to keep up the strong runs continued here into the season. But right now we got a solid couple car breakaway here. Dylan now drives the 7 for Junior Motorsports after moving up from the 15. Dale Jr. Did an interview with us earlier this week saying how happy he was with the 7, with Dylan's talent last season, showing him what he could do, and here he is, driving the famed number 7. So he moved up from the car that's actually sitting right in front of him. He drove this car last season. He drove the 15 car that sits right in front of him. So we got a solid, good race going here. Oh, somebody into the wall. But as it is all Junior, oh, the 89 into the wall off of turn number 2. Looks like everybody's going to get on by. But back to the battle on the front. Dale Jr.'s Junior Motorsports team driver in the number 88 Motorsports is race leader with the number 11 sitting right behind him all over that back bumper. He's not allowed to lock bumpers. They can only touch for a few minutes and then they have to release. NASCAR rules, they can push for a few seconds and then they're going to have to release. Look at the 2 car looking to the outside. Going to try to side draft the 11. Not going to get there. If the 20 went with him on the outside, they probably would have had a run. So the 2 cars are going to drop back behind the 20 off of turn number 2. And down the backstretch. The 20 is looking to the outside of the 11. He's going to get to the side draft. Look at the side draft, and the 8 going to block. The 88's going to block. 3 wide. Pretty much 3 wide down the backstretch into turn number 3. So the 11's going to have the spot going into turn number 3 because of the draft from the 88. Right now, that lead pack is really kind of spread out. We're a bit. Whoa, 20's coming to pit road. Little strategy coming here from the 20. Diving off the track to go to pit road. Dylan in the 15, the 7 all over the 15 car. The 21 and the 60 looking out of turn number 2. Got a 5-car field right here. Guys just working together. But here it is back at the front. We've got the 88, the 11, and the 2 leading the field. We got Motorsports in the lead. The 11 car in second, and the 2 in third. And they've just became a 3-car breakaway. So down the front stretch they come through the tri-oval. We should see something here pretty soon. Some moves towards the lead, and probably for that stage win. Stage points will be awarded to the drivers here today. I believe through the first top 10, I believe the top 10 will receive stage points here today. The 2 car gets shoved out of line a little bit. He's still right there close enough to get the draft. The 11 and the 88 are not touching bumper to bumper here. Looks like it. Look at this. Look how close these guys are. One wrong mistake and one of these guys is going to hit the wall and end his day. And here's the 3 car all by himself. The 15 and the 7 still working together off of turn number 4. They're running around here at over about 220 miles an hour down into turn number 1. It's like a freight train when you get all like 10 of these guys in a row and they just go for laps on laps. Nose to tail, 10 cars in a pack. They're sitting there looking like a freight train at 200 miles an hour. It's crazy. As the field runs into turn number 3 and 4, the 88's still your race leader. Look around the field. Everybody's all spread out around the track. Got some contact here off of turn number 4 between the, looks like the 7 or the 00. Whoa, got a wreck here in the front stretch. That is the end of stage number 1 here in Daytona. Heavy damage to the 7 car. So that's going to need to be fixed. Hopefully they can fix that 7 car for him. Get him back up to the front. But your stage 1 winner is right there. The 88 of motorsport, followed by the 11 and the 2. These guys have been the class of the field so far today. We're going to see some green flag pits. We're going to see some pit stops and maybe some adjustments to their race cars. Maybe they can fix them up and get them ready to go again for stage 2. All right, here comes the field. We got some guys staying out, some guys probably making some adjustments here. The 20 car is your race leader, bringing him to the Geico restart zone. And we're green flag again for stage number 2 here in Daytona. Out of the trioval, the field goes down the front, long front stretch into turn number 1. 2 by 2 by 2. These restarts are going to be very chaotic, and they're just going to get worse as the race goes along, because everybody's going to try to make moves as quick as they can. We're going to have a solid outside line, but right now it's the inside line going to prevail off of turn number 2. The 20 is going to be a race leader down the backstretch. Here they come into view down the backstretch. Whoa, we got a 1 car off into the grass, 60 car into the wall. We got a, oh, contact in turn number 3, big wreck in turn number 3. The big one happens in Daytona.
Caution.
And we have a caution on the speedway. That doesn't surprise me one bit here today. Everybody's jockeying for positions off of that restart. Just had really nowhere to go. Somebody slid off into the grass. I didn't see who it was, but going into the turn, the 60 got loose, and it looked like he made contact with somebody and went straight into the wall. So some cars with some really heavy damage here. Here in the back of the pack, I think the 7 has some heavy damage again. Some really pretty decent front end damage here to the 7 car. Other than that, everybody's probably... Oh, look at the front end of the 60 car from that outside wall. From hitting the outside wall right there. He got a pretty good shot of damage from that wall. But now everybody's all been down pit road. Cars are all fixed, and they're all coming down back through the trioval to the Geico restart zone. Fielding control. The 20 green flag is out here in stage number 2 again. This won't surprise me if we see this again here. The field's going to be side by side down out of the trioval. The 11's going to have the lead by the nose of his car down into turn number 1. The 15 all over the back bumper of the 20. They're bumper to bumper, sideways, trying to jock for position as they run through turns 1 and 2. A lot of give and take right now here early on, but right now it looks like it's going to be the 20 as your race leader down the backstretch. The field roars into turn number 3. The double zero and the 11 look to be a pretty strong duo out there on the outside line. They're making it work right now. If they can get some more help out there, I think they can get a really good run going on this inside line. Got about 4 cars up there. They're a little spread out, so maybe if they can get a decent shot at these guys, they should be right there. Oh, we got another car into the wall and around. Hard into the wall. It's the 86 car. Coming out of the... Oh, we got a couple more cars. Oh! Big one! Round 2 in Daytona. The 88 got into the wall with 3 heavy damage to the 3 car. So another big wreck happens. It strikes at the opposite end of where it happened the first time. The first time it happened over in turn 3 and 4, and this time it happens in turn 2. There's a lot of jockeying for position and not a lot of give. There's a lot of take though, but not a lot of give here early on here in Daytona. But everybody's taking their... Looks like they need to calm down, take their time. A lot of racing left here in Daytona, so maybe they should just relax a little bit, take their time. But right now it looks to be the 20 car. It's out in front.
All right, you're coming to the green. Be ready.
The 20 on the inside, PTMs on the outside, and the 5 green flag is out, and we're back underway again in Daytona.
Still there.
Down the front stretch into turn number 1 they go. The 20 and the 5. Dead even out of turn number 2. The 5 is going to drop back. Got a little sideways off of turn number 2. The 20 is going to have the preferred line on the inside. Down the backstretch they go. That 11 and the 20 car have been a pretty strong duo here today. Up here in the front, that inside lane's really working. They got about half the field on the inside lane. Not very many cars on the outside lane, so maybe a couple guys will drop in. Maybe we'll start seeing that outside lane come to power here towards the end of this race more, because maybe you're going to see a lot of more people. You're going to see a lot of people when they get to that outside lane and get it working to go for shots at that win. And down the front stretch today, going to turn number 1. It's going to be the 20 as your race leader. With the 11 all over his back bumper, we've got the 86 and the 21 hard into the outside wall into turn 1 and 2. Now I got another inside line starting to break away. The field's starting to break up into some groups here. We got a car below the double yellow line. I don't know if he got forced down there or was just running down there. Looks like the 15 just got into the wall a little bit here into turn number 3. The 7 of Dylan's going to slide up the track and into the wall. No harm, no foul. Keeps on running. So as the field coming through the tri-oval, everybody still knows the tail. Got 3 cars coming to the outside lane, maybe trying to get something to go, and they're back far enough. If they can get a couple more cars up there, they can probably get a good run going. Nope, everybody drops back down in line. The only car out there left to dry. Oh, we got 7 car. I think that was the 7 car. No, the 11 shoved out of line. He's going to drop back to about 7th. The 98 making some moves on the outside by himself. 98 car looking pretty strong on the outside, and his run's going to die out because he's getting side drafted from by that inside line. He's trying to side draft them, and they're trying to side draft him. So, and Paul's getting shoved out of line by the 88 of Motorsports down the front stretch. So here comes that. Hellman's number 88. He's coming back towards the front again. Got some cars, 2 cars sitting on the outside. The 5 of ThePottles is on the outside, but no help for her. Everybody's going to just drop in line. She's going to drop back. But right now it's the 20. Here comes the 11 back on the outside. Side draft from the 88. The 11's going to go to the outside down the backstretch. Here comes the 00 with them. They're going to be dead even for the lead into their turn number 3. They got another car on the outside. 3 cars to the outside lane. Hard, 88 hard into the wall. Round goes the 60 and the 5 of ThePottles. Another big wreck here again in Daytona. Off of turn number 4. No caution. Yes, caution. Caution is out. NASCAR just officially called the caution. So now everybody's gonna bunch back up again after some pit stops. As the racing just started getting really interesting through that last little bit of a run right there. That outside lane started to work. They got a couple cars up there and they just started to go. But right now I believe it is the 20 as your still as your race leader from the last scoring loop. I do believe the 20 is your race leader. The 11 is 2nd. The 00 is 3rd. I do believe. We're getting ready for another restart here in stage number 2. It's going to be the 21 bringing them to the green flag this time by.
Be ready here.
This field coming to the Geico restart zone, and green flag is back on out. Green flag is back out here in Daytona. Down the front stretch they go. The 21 is going to be your race leader. It's going to jump to the outside lane this time. That's going to leave the inside lane open for the 11. Here comes the 11. Maybe the 21 had a plan of jumping in front of the 2. But here comes the 11, your new race leader with the 00 and the 20 right behind him. Down the backstretch they go. That inside lane starting to break away. There's some cars on the outside lane. If they could all close back in, they could probably get going. starting to see some guys work to the outside to get that outside lane going, but not working out very well here. Oh, car hard into the wall in the back of the field. Looks like two of them get together, and it looks like one car is going to get pulled down pit road by NASCAR officials. I believe that was the 60 car, and it looks like the 5-car PTMs is way back there. Tough break for the 5-car. They're hoping for a caution to get bunched back into this field, along with the 60 car. But right now it's the 11 car as your race leader down the backstretch over the 20 car. And then the 88 of Motorsports sits in third. He was your stage 1 winner. 20 of JPR sits in second. We've got a lot of new drivers here this season and new cars, and it looks like the 20s maybe thinking about getting a run on the outside. We got some cars spreading out here in the back of the pack. This front field here, everybody's running single file right now, just running some laps, but looking to make that outside lane run. Who's going to be the guy to take the shot to the outside and have some help? Maybe, if anything, you'd see it come here off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Wouldn't surprise me if you start seeing some of these guys get ready to get to the end of this stage and get ready to shoot to the outside and try to make a run. Looked like the 88 was peeking outside for a minute and decided against it. Looks like we got a couple takers in the back. No, it looks like one car into the wall, and everybody's just going to slow back down and get back into line. Out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Oh, contact between the 88 and the 98, and he's going to drop back through the field. So the 98 got shuffled out of line down. He gets back into line. 60 cars back on track. Maybe that was the 76. No, it was the 76, not the 60. My correction. The 76 was the car that got sent down pit road by NASCAR officials. But look at that look at the field spread out that time as they went into turn 3. A couple guys went middle, a couple guys went high, a couple guys went low. So they were trying maybe 3 different lines through turns 3 and 4 that time to get something going. But here they come through the tri-oval. Everybody's getting dicey. You can see it. The runs are starting to be planned. I don't know if drivers are being able to communicate with each other, but they're planning something. Some drivers are planning something. They're getting ready to dive outside. Look at that. Here we go. We got 3 cars coming to the outside. It's the 2, the 21 on the outside. Along with, I believe that is the 3 car. Yes, that is the 3 car with them on the outside lane. Those 3 cars are working together to try to get this outside lane running. Maybe if they can have another car, maybe the 88. If the 88, you know, they get up a little closer to the 88 and he jumps to the outside, it looks like, oh, we got another one. Jumping to the outside. Oh, looks like we got another 2-car wreck in turn 4. I think we got somebody diving down to pit road here off of turn number 4. And it looks like that is the stage end, or either we have a caution on the speedway. I believe we have a caution. Yes, NASCAR approved caution. Some heavy damage, some slight damage on the 21 car. 3 cars making a good rebound here today, but right now it is all about the 11 car. The 11 car is your race leader. We should see some pit stops here. So the field single file getting ready to come to pit road for any pit stops and adjustments that need to be done. And it looks like your race leader's coming down pit road. No, the 11 faked it. The 20 and everybody else coming down, but right now staying out is the 11, the 60, the 11, the 60, the 76, Looks like the 00 stayed out. Well, looks like the 76 is a lap car. Yes, he is the lap car. And it looks like we got half the field down here on pit road. The rest of the field coming to get some tires and fuel and get set up for this final stage. They should be able to make it to the end of the stage here and get ready for that final stage out on track. And what's going to be a very exciting final stage here in Daytona.
Get back out there. Let's go. Clear all around.
I just want to point this out as if you win today here in Daytona, your name will be entered in the history books along with some of the greatest to ever run the sport of NASCAR. Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. You will be entered into some of the names of the greats, along with Darrell Waltrip here at Daytona. If you can win at Daytona, you will be known as one of the greatest drivers to ever run. So right now the field's getting ready to bunch back up here. You're in the 11 car as your race leader. The field's starting to bunch back up off of turn number 4. Coming through the short chute to the tri-oval. Looks like NASCAR's going to have them go one more lap. Still waiting for a few cars. Flows back in. So here's the 20 car. He was looking pretty strong that last run. Was out in front for a little while. Made a one little mistake. Got into the back. How about that 88 car though? It was really strong in the front of first stage here. Was your race leader in stage number 1, and then got into a slight accident with the wall, and maybe I think a slight contact with somebody sent him into the outside wall, and he sits about mid-pack in that 88 car. Tough break for that 88 car, but don't count them out yet. They were pretty strong there in the first stage. They should get that 88 car back to the front, along with the 7 car. He was pretty strong in that first stage. Dylan moved up from the 15 car to the 7. So he's having a pretty strong day. Looks like having a little problem right there under caution. He's gonna drop to the back, and maybe the car stalled out on him a little. But here at the front of the field, it's gonna be the 11 bringing him to the green flag. Green flag is out.
24 laps, no mistake.
We're back underway here in Daytona. Down the front stretch they come.
Car on the outside now, outside. Draw clear up top.
Oh, a little bit of contact back there in mid-pack. Everybody's gonna make it through.
Top lane free, you're using it if you need it.
Right along with the 11 car down the backstretch.
Clear top.
Here they come flying by. So as they're back underway as they roll through turns 1 and 2. The 11 is your race leader, still out of turn number 2 down the backstretch with the 00 all over his back bumper. What a good rebound for the number 3 car. They're sitting third down the backstretch. They're having a good run for RCR Racing. And the 60 car sits in 4th. He's having a good run. The 88 of Motorsports looking to try to get his 88 car back up to the front after being strong early on here today. They come out on to turn number 4 down the front stretch to the tri-oval to the start-finish line. Oh, we got one car low, below the double yellow line. I believe that was the 2 car. He'll drop to the back of the field and Catch back up. And everybody's starting to break, spread out again. Out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Gonna ride along with a 20 about mid-pack. See what it's like back here. This is what he sees in front of him at 200 miles an hour. Whoa! Getting shoved out of line a little bit. Excuse me. That's what it looks like about mid-pack here in the front of the field. Looking to the front. You can see the front. You just gotta wait and take your time and plan your move. And if you try to make a move and nobody goes with you, you could just lose this lead pack. Looks like the 88 moved to the outside to maybe get some help out there, and nobody went with him, so he's just going to drop back into line. Coming out of turn number 4 again, the race leader is the number 11 car down the front stretch to the tri-oval. Here's that freight train we talked about, that 200 mile an hour freight train. RSH is your race leader in the 11 car. Motorsports in the 88. Running about mid-pack here. 00 has a good run going here. Sitting in second.
Stay high, still there.
Pottles in the 5 car, shove it out of line. Gonna drop back to the back of this pack. They got about 4 cars back there by themselves, and then you just got a group of 3 cars, led by Dylan in the 7 car. Oh, the 98 into the grass through the tri-oval here. Wonder what happened there. Looks like everybody's starting to spread back out again. Out of turn number 2 down the backstretch, the 3 car looking no help whatsoever to help him try to line on the outside. Could have tried to get a run on the outside lane. Not going to be there. Running through turn 3 and 4. We should be getting ready to come to the end of the stage here. $210 mile an hour freight train out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. 4 cars in the front, about another 2 cars, about a couple seconds, like maybe a couple feet back from them. Those 2, the 88 and the 21, are just really hoping on the draft for these guys. Look at that, right back to the back bumper, those front 4 cars as they come through turn number 4. That's the aerodynamics playing a role here in Daytona. If you got a car that has not been in a wreck, that aerodynamics and that draft will help you stick with these guys. But if you've been in a wreck and can't really fix all the damage, you could be sitting back. Like this 2 car back here, as you can see, the 7 have some front end damage to their race cars. And it looks like we got another wreck right here in the turn number 1. Ooh, hard hit for the 0 car. Really hard hit for the 0 car from the 7 of Dylan. Look at the back end of that 0 car. That 0 car is really messed up here. That is going to take a while to fix. Right now, it's all about the 11 car. He's your race leader. Everybody's going to make some pit stops and get ready for this next green flag run. And it looks like a little bit of strategy by the 3 car is going to get him to the front. Here they come out of turn number 4 to the green flag. Green flag is back out.
Still there. Still there. Clear all around.
Looks like the 3 car is going to be your race leader. That's a sight the fans love to see. The iconic number 3 car out in front. Here at Daytona with the 5 car, ThePottles with a good rebound. Sitting in second. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. Starting to see a little bit of an outside lane starting to grow out there. They had about 4 cars out there, and then one of them dropped in the line. If they get a couple more out there, they could probably get going. Oh, somebody gets shoved way below the yellow line and out of the way. Just be glad that wasn't done in the turn, because that could have caused a wreck, and that could have been bad for a lot of these guys running here in the back. But a good rebound for the 5 team. Strong early on and got in a bit of an early wreck, and then had to go to the back of the field due to damage, but now has finally worked her way back to the front. You can hear a lot of cars banging into each other because of the draft, just pulling each other so close, so fast. It just happens all so fast. They're split-second decisions here at 210 miles an hour. You see a spot, you want to take it, you go for it. If not, then you just force yourself to get run over by the guy behind you. Whoa! It looks like we got a big wreck. Everybody's gonna keep going. And caution is out. We have a caution on the speedway. We're gonna have some pit stops and some adjustments to see what fuel strategy she can do here. So as the 3 cars still your race leaders, they're coming to the Geico restart zone.
Almost ready.
Green flag is back on out. Got 1 car off into the grass.
You got this.
I believe that is the 76 that went off into the grass here in the front stretch. Your race leader is the 3 car with the 60 car right behind him, and there's the 88 of Motorsports. We talked about it. Would he be able to get his car back to the front after having early race trouble? After being strong in the first stage, he's back to the front again. Here comes the 5 ThePottles with the 2 pushing her down the back stretch. Into turn number 3, they're starting to get an outside lane running. We got 4 or 5 cars out there. And here they come. They're starting to make some ground up on the outside. Talked about it earlier in the race. Later in the race, you'd start to see more cars going to the outside. And you're starting to see it here. You're starting to see more cars get to the outside and try to make a run. Now it looks like that outside lane is starting to slow down a little bit, but they were right there. They did have enough cars up there. They had enough support for a little while, and then it all just died out. So right now it's your race leader in the number 3 car with the 60 car behind him and the 20 car. And then Motorsports in the 88 is sitting 4th. And I believe we have a caution. So as the field comes to the Geico restart zone again here.
Cars off. Ready?
3 cars your race later. Green flag is out. Gonna have a little bit of contact between the 3 and the 60 car.
Still there. All clear.
60 cars looking to the outside with the 88 of Motorsports all over his back bumper. Here comes the 11 again to the front. Oh, contact between the 60 and the 11. Down the back stretch they go.
Still there.
You're going to see a lot more people working that outside lane and more people making contact with each other here as we get towards the end of this race. People are going to want to take positions away from each other and try to get that win.
Car high. Careful now. Last lap. One good lap. Each one. Top lane straight here. You would have defeated.
88 dropping them back through the field again.
Stay low.
But right now it's the 3 car out in front.
Draw clear up top. Inside. All clear. Car on the outside now, outside.
Oh, couple cars into the grass. Oh, up and over goes the 20. The big one happens again in Daytona.
We'll get up next time here.
The 20 car went up and over. I believe the 21 car went up and over as well. The big one strikes again in Daytona. Nothing.